In 2026, every single serious NEET or JEE aspirant preparing for these competitive exams faces two distinct paths. Option 1 involves the traditional migration. You pay Lakhs to a major brand and move to a coaching hub in Kota, Hyderabad, or Kerala centers, like Brilliant in Pala or Eduport in Calicut. This path requires living in a basic hostel, eating mess food, and adhering to an institutional schedule of 6 to 8 hours of daily classes. Option 2 keeps you in your own bedroom. You build your own curriculum using a laptop and the current generation of AI tools, from ChatGPT and Gemini to specialized adaptive mock platforms. Both routes aim for the same top ranks, but the financial and lifestyle differences are massive. This forces a difficult choice. Is the physical presence of a coaching center still a requirement for success? AI has turned high-level exam information into a standard utility. Instant doubt resolution and complex concept breakdowns are now available on any smartphone, 24 hours a day. However, there is a gap that software hasn't filled: the enforcement of human discipline. A laptop cannot physically walk you into a classroom or take your phone away when you lose focus. The central trade-off is structure versus autonomy. You are deciding between paying for external accountability at an institute or taking on the burden of extreme self-regulation at home. Choosing either path without first auditing your own work ethic creates a significant risk of misallocating your family's budget or your limited preparation time. The primary value of an offline hub is the schedule. The center physically anchors a student to a routine, forcing them to sit, focus, and work during specific blocks of the day. There is also a psychological component to the crowd. Standing in a room with hundreds of other aspirants makes the competition visible, which often pushes average discipline students to maintain their effort. Academically, this model remains rigid. A single teacher lecturing to a massive batch must teach at a uniform speed, meaning students who are either ahead of the curve or struggling with a specific concept are often left behind. The costs extend beyond tuition. You are also looking at hostel fees and the mental health risks associated with a high-pressure repeater culture, where burnout is a common outcome. For many, offline coaching functions as an expensive insurance policy against procrastination, designed for learners who need external monitoring. AI-driven study offers specific learning speeds and instant doubt resolution for a fraction of a physical hub's cost. These platforms track accuracy, automatically changing test difficulty to target your weak chapters. The risk of this path is the total reliance on your own internal drive. AI provides the answers, but it cannot provide the motivation to stay at your desk when the house is quiet. There are technical risks as well. It's easy to use AI as a shortcut for answers rather than for learning, and models can still provide incorrect data that doesn't align with the specific patterns of the JEE or NEET. Pure self-study gives you absolute freedom, but that freedom requires the student to act as their own principal and monitor their own progress without any external safety net. You can find a middle ground by constructing a structured coaching environment at home, capturing the benefits of AI while building in your own oversight. The first step is to ground your study in verified facts. Use NCERTs and standard previous year question books as your primary sources, rather than relying on AI for core content. Use AI as a diagnostic tool. Prompt it to explain concepts or to generate quizzes, forcing yourself to engage with the subject instead of just reading a solution. To replace the classroom pressure, buy a low-cost online test series and schedule weekly progress reviews with a mentor or a study group. This creates the external accountability you would normally find in Kota. This strategy avoids the stress of hostel life and saves significant capital, but its success depends on your ability to maintain that accountability network over several months. To help you decide, plot your situation on this matrix. One axis measures your self-discipline, and the other measures your family's budget and your ability to travel. If you have high discipline but a low budget, you are the optimizer. You are the ideal candidate for the AI plus self-study route, as you have the drive to manage your own schedule. If you have a high budget but low discipline, you fall into the dependent learner. In this quadrant, traditional offline coaching is likely necessary to force the consistent effort required for a top rank. The hybrid elite have both the discipline and the budget. They can afford premium mentoring and coaching, while using AI to move through the syllabus at an accelerated pace. The bottom left is the danger zone. With low discipline and a low budget, a pure self-study approach is likely to fail. This situation requires an immediate intervention, such as a highly structured online batch. There is no single correct choice for every student. The right strategy is the one that aligns with your actual personality and resources. Education experts observe that AI scales existing habits rather than fixing them. It helps distracted students find new ways to avoid work, and it helps disciplined students learn with greater efficiency. For students and parents, the goal isn't to follow the latest trend or the most famous coaching brand. The goal is to choose a path based on an honest assessment of work ethic. In 2026, wealth and geography are no longer the primary obstacles to a top rank. The only remaining barrier is your own discipline.